Stay tuned for ParatalkRadio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy, right here on BlogTalkRadio.
You're listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy on ParatalkRadio.com. Paratalk Radio is your one stop for all things paranormal, the unknown, and the supernatural. We cover topics such as ghosts, hauntings, UFOs, Bigfoot, and more.
Paratalk Radio is a product of Genesee Valley Paranormal Investigators. Paratalk Radio is on every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 p.m. Central. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, iTunes, and YouTube.
We are on AHAM Radio Network and blogtalkradio.com. You can watch live video streams of Paratalk Radio on Facebook Live at facebook.com/Paratalk Radio. Paratalk Radio is recorded live at J. Wolf Studio in Ontario, New York. And you can contact us at tedgvpi@gmail.com.
Okay, John, hit him with the disclosure.
Some of the topics, discussions, and opinions expressed on the show may not be representative of Paratalk Radio, AHAM Radio Network, our hosts, or our sponsors. Some of the language used on the show may not be appropriate for listeners under 16. And now, here are your hosts, Ted and Cindy.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, hey.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, it's great to, Monday already. Mm-hmm. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, we got an exciting show for you. Oh, yeah.
It would be good if I had my mic.
Yes, it would be.
Thank you, John.
So we got a really good show for you tonight. We have
Yeah.
the young lady from TAPS, from Ghost Hunters, Miss Shari
That's
D. Benedetti.
awesome.
Benedetti. I don't know.
Benedetti.
You know what? She's on the phone. She can tell me how it's said.
I say Di Benedetti.
Okay. All right. Shari?
Yes.
How do we?
Shari.
Hi,
Can you hear
Shari.
me?
So how do we actually pronounce your last name?
Di Benedetti. She was correct.
Listen, it may be a little unfair because Spirit usually tells me how to say it.
Oh, well, see, that is unfair. Oh, man.
See that?
Yeah, see, I lose again.
You do. I will say that.
Well, you know, Shari, she was on, if I remember correctly, she was on Ghost Hunters Season 10 with Jason.
Yeah, the last one, right?
Yeah, and Season 10, and it was awesome. I mean, I remember her.
Well, I started on season 10, and I did 11 too.
Yep,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
yep. So there was two seasons.
And the 11th was the last season.
Right.
Yep, and I'm so jealous because I've always...
Oh, my God, me too.
We've talked to Steve, but we've never met Steve, and we had Steve on the show, and I'm so jealous because I'd love to meet Steve. Not to say take anything away from Grant or from Jason, but still, it's like, you know, Steve was he was the guy.
Right.
I liked him on the show the most.
I love TAPS crew. I love them.
Right.
I love Ghost Hunters.
Right.
But you know,
here we go.
I love everybody. Because I am a fan from way back when they first started. Because I remember in the days when they had a medium on, and they had the demonologists, and they had all of them.
Right.
And certain people were phased out over time. Some people were there, brought back. Some people went to the the European.
Well, the Ghost Hunters International, which I love that show too.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
But I love me some Grant. I love Grant.
We're trying to get Grant.
I know. That was a secret though. We weren't telling anybody.
Oh, it was? Oh, I just blurted out a secret, folks.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oops, yep.
Okay.
But you know what I found interesting about Shari is that she...
besides she's adorable?
Well, yeah, she is adorable.
Besides that.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm an Adam fan, remember? So,
I know. I love Adam. Oh, I have.
You caught that, right, Shari?
Yes, I did. I caught it.
Okay. But what I find amazing about Shari is she was born in Schenectady, Albany area, which was awesome. She lived there, so she didn't live that far from us, which was great.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and then she moved to Boston.
Oh, where are you guys?
Oh, we're in Rochester.
Yeah.
You guys are out there?
Yeah.
We're upstate
Okay.
Rochester area.
Yeah, so
Yep.
we're not that far. Well, from your hometown, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I loved it there.
Right.
But we have so much to talk about with her.
My gosh, right.
What we're going to do, Shari, is we're going to have you hold on for 1 second, and then we're going to get right into your interview. But we have to discuss a couple things. We have to say thank you to one of our past guests. Do you want to do the honors?
Oh my gosh, I so do.
Okay, you do it.
Okay.
You do it.
Okay, I have to. Okay. Like, I am so
Joe
excited.
Pesci, that's all I could think of is Joe Pesci.
Yes, right. What? Am I... No, I won't even do it. What? Am I some kind of joke to you? No, I'm just kidding. That's terrible.
You know what they
terrible.
say?
Do not
they
encourage me.
Screw you through the drive-through.
Listen, I will have way too much fun with this, and it will be terrible.
I know.
I promise you.
All right.
So, I had so much fun, and so did you, and John. We all had so much fun with Courtney from Haunt John's.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
It was so much fun, and she giggles as much as I do.
I got to tell you real quick, I'm going to interrupt you. A couple of my friends contacted me. They listened to that episode.
Did they?
They're like, don't take this bad. They're like, oh my God, instead of one voice that went through you, there was two.
Courtney, there were two of us. I appreciate that, and I'm taking it as a compliment.
Good.
So,
Stop, we're having too much fun.
we are. Listen, I'm fine with having too much fun.
I know.
So-
I know. We are a fun show, though.
We are a fun show.
Yes.
So Courtney sent us some presents. She said she was going to send us a little paranormal care package, and she
went out of her
really
way.
did.
She went out of her way for our
She
fans as well as us.
sent all of us goodies.
Yeah, everybody.
So we all at the table here. I don't think you can see John, but well, I know you can't. I was just saying that.
Right.
So we have little notepads and pens, and it says Haunt John's. It's a sculptural thing.
Yeah, but see what you didn't see what mine is?
Oh, yours is different.
Yes.
Hearts are wild creatures. That's why our ribs are cages. Oh,
Yeah.
so super cute. I love that. I'm stealing yours.
No.
I'm just teasing. Courtney also sent me some books for my.
Now,
for
what's
me.
cool about
But-
those, go ahead.
But if you look on our back here, she sent two for us to give away.
Oh, that's not it. I got another surprise for you.
But wait, there's more.
You too for $19.99.
But wait, there's more.
Just pay for shipping. No.
Yes.
This is awesome. She
This
got
is-
us. This is a hat.
Oh,
No, but this is a really cool
oh my
hat.
gosh, we got
This
it.
is, check this out. It's a
pull
knit
that up?
stocking hat.
Oh my
But
God, stop
for
it.
ghost hunters, this is awesome. Look where is it? Right here. Look what's on the. It's
I'm
got a
stealing
light.
this.
It's got a light right on the top
Oh
of the hat.
my gosh.
Isn't that cool?
So freaking cool.
Sorry, Shari, we're getting carried away.
Sorry, we are.
We'll make it quick.
Oh, no, that's okay. You do your thing.
And
And it says, Haunt John Skeleton Crew, Bone to be Wild.
yeah, but there's that. No,
There's
wait a
so
minute.
much
No, wait a minute.
fun. Oh,
Look at-
wait,
look,
there's
look,
more.
There's more.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Haunt John's. It's a sculptural thing.
It's the same as your
like
book.
is my book.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So she
This is so much fun.
So we've got a lot of T-shirts. We got about 5-6 T-shirts in there plus the hat. Now what's really cool.
I don't know. We may have to steal one for each of us, though. So there may only be 3 to each. Stop it.
Anyways, we're gonna do this when we come back from our first break.
Okay. This
So
is
what we're
fun.
gonna do is
She sent us some of the little
they are. I
fortune
don't know if you
fish.
guys remember these, but when we were kids, they were very popular. They're called fortune telling fish, and what you
So
did
much fun.
is you put the fish in the palm of your hand. and it would curl or move, and then you could read the back, and it would tell you what it meant. So we're going to do that live for you here in a little while after our commercial break. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, I have to make Ted share the heat too because it's cold.
Yeah, it is a little chilly in here. So
I didn't even take off my shirt because I only have a short sleeve shirt on.
So the other thing I want to say is I've got to make a special. I got to say a special hello to some friends of mine.
Okay.
They are watching. I'm not sure where they're watching, but they're buddies. They're buddies of mine. We belong to the same War Machines Club, and
oh, fun!
we are from.
Is this your game?
Yes, from the game. And
this is his game that he is addicted to.
Yes, everybody. I am. And it is the Aristocrats. That is the name of our group. And I want to say hey to Cap, hey to 10, hey to Twister, Maxim, D. Everybody on there, just hi, hello. It's,
hi, guys.
It's your Wolfman 67 saying hello. And
all of a sudden I thought of Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, well, you know, the Wolfman.
The Wolfman Jack.
Oh, what was that song? Clap for the Wolfman.
I just hurt myself and I almost lost my phone, so I'm not going to do that again.
So real quick, I'm just going to say, don't forget next week, tune in Monday night. That is Marquise. What is great about Mark is he was a criminal investigator.
I can't wait.
Turned to paranormal investigator.
Wow.
So, and he's got some books and he's amazing. So we're going to have him on the show.
Dude,
and,
did you know that, because I was a psych major, my minor was forensic science.
Nice.
Cool.
Turn your volume down, Chicky.
Oh, yeah. Jeez, I did this once.
I know.
Okay, so I just have to say hi, Helen. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Mare. Hi, Scott. And Kristen. And it says 4 others are watching with you.
All right, so and don't forget that we have your chat rooms up. You have your live chat room on blogtalkradio.com /ParatalkRadio 2. You also have your chat room on Mixler.com /ParatalkRadio. You also have ParatalkRadio.com and Facebook Live, which is Facebook.com /ParatalkRadio. So you have 3 chat rooms going on. Hello, everybody. And we have Michelle coming up at 8:45, and it's just going to be a wonderful night.
Hey, Steve.
It's going to be a wonderful night.
It is. It is going to be fun.
I love it. So, all right, without further ado, let's get back into
yes,
Miss Shari. Shari, you know, it is wonderful to have you here with us.
Heck yeah. Just Facebook.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for being patient while we go through a little rundown.
Does Facebook look weird to you guys? Just tell me.
We appreciate it. New format, new everything for us lately. And so we're trying. So it's a new format we're getting used to. Mr. John set it up for us, so we're doing what we can. He's a good guy. And Shari, he's got one of those voices that the women die for.
Oh my gosh, I had the best line. You have, okay, let's see if I can do it. You have the kind of voice that I just want to snuggle into bed with. I think I did it wrong. I think it's not right.
I like the sentiment.
Thank you. See? That's the voice.
John actually, Shari.
Yes.
He's got that voice from the old radio station, DKX here in town, and he's got that really deep, sexy voice from...
Not that deep.
The nice, deep voice, manly voice, yeah.
Uh-huh, yeah.
It's a sexy voice.
Oh, yeah.
So are you on the one... What, can we both not be in...
No, I'm not on there, so go ahead.
It's not letting me, though. Why doesn't it let me go in through our Pages managers?
Oh, I don't know. You can't... I could go on the actual site. See?
Oh, you
Everybody's in there.
do?
Yeah.
Wait, so you go to... Where do you...
Right on the actual Paratalk Radio site.
Just
Why don't you tell everybody where to go?
no,
go to
Facebook.
Facebook one, yeah. Yeah, then you're all set.
But why... Mine won't do that. It won't put the little fingers up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's driving me crazy.
That's all right. So,
If somebody can explain to me what I'm doing wrong.
Terrence is on here. Chanel. We've got Heidi, Kristen.
Terrence? Who's Terrence?
Terrence is a friend of mine from Pioneer Spirits. Blah. Kristen, Adam. He says it's
Hi,
blurry.
Adam.
It might be a little blurry. I'm wondering.
is blurry.
He's probably back from Florida, and Cindy Logan says hi and cool hair. So
Thank you.
all right, let's get back. We're got ADD today or whatever it is.
Listen, that's my middle name.
Yeah, I know. So
I really do.
let's talk about Shari, because Shari is awesome. And I thought about this on the way here, as that she had the opportunity to work with some great gentlemen that were actually like the forefathers of the new PR ghost hunting things, and that show really did a lot for the paranormal
I
and
agree.
ghost hunting.
Yes.
And it ran for 11 seasons, which was awesome.
Amazing.
And I couldn't wait when it was on. I was like, oh my God, I got to get home for Ghost Hunters. I got to get home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we used to have
do.
parties. We actually said, all right, let's order the pizza, get the beer, let's sit down and watch it. And we used to have a blast, watching
Hell to
that
the
show.
yeah.
So, and Shari had an opportunity. I wish, some of us all had the opportunity, because it was just, it's amazing. So Shari, what was it like to work with those guys?
Very intimidating.
Oh, I bet.
Yes.
Because like you said, they are who they are. First of all, it's very exciting, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very exciting, but also, I've been investigating for a long time, so, and I know that how they investigate, which is a lot like how I investigate. But prior to this, I've known Jason and Grant for a long time. So it wasn't just going into, blindly, not knowing anybody. I mean, I've been friends with them forever. So, not that I got to work with Grant, but, obviously, Jason and stuff. So, and how Steve and Dave, KJ and Dustin and Sam, how they are.
Right.
Just awesome. Just to get completely down to earth. And, if I had any questions or anything, they didn't make me feel awkward or anything. So even though it was overwhelming, they still made me feel like I was already a part of the crew from, that I've always been there. So
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's
a
a
little
rarity.
bit awkward with all the film crew and stuff. That was a little hard to.
Well, I could imagine, because you probably had to watch I'm sorry to interrupt, but it had to be weird too, because you had to worry about where you were stepping, probably because of cords or anything, unless they were all wireless. But I mean, there had to be certain things or.
Yeah, no. I mean, when we set up all the cameras, there were cords, but I mean, we put everything on the side and taped everything down and stuff, so we weren't really worried about tripping over that. The cameraman, it's only two of us investigators going in, and then the cameraman. So there's only three of us, and usually the cameraman kind of stays in the back as much as he can and just follows us around.
Right.
So there wasn't that way tripping hazard. No, I mean, we did go into a lot of buildings that you did have to watch out, because they might be, they're in poor condition, or things like when we did the railroad station and stuff. I mean, obviously you gotta watch where you step everywhere you go. And also, you never know if you're gonna bump into people, as in squatters or drug addicts or anything like that. You just, you gotta watch. You don't know, there might be needles and things like that on the floor. You gotta watch for animals. Of course, you gotta watch for animals.
Right.
But I have that ADD thing too. So going back to the question, it was exciting, but it was very intimidating. But overall, it was just a great experience, and so glad that I had the opportunity to be able to go on there.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yes.
I mean, sorry, I was adjusting the camera.
It looks
Like, hello.
Everybody, I'm here. It's just I had to adjust the camera because everybody was saying that the live video feed on Facebook was blurry. But yeah, I can imagine it being, like that. And then, to have somebody like over your shoulder all the time with a camera or pointing something in your face had to be, a little intimidating. I couldn't imagine what it would be like sometimes with, first of all, you got the pressure of working with some really good people and like Justin Perry and Jason and all those guys, that you kind of look up to, and then you have camera crews like following you all over the place. That's got to be intimidating, and especially I know how women are, where you got to have your hair perfect. So
he's saying that. I literally just went in before the show. I'm like, okay, where's your Aquanet, John?
Yeah.
Oh, it's worse now.
I don't know what's going on with that camera. So why don't you go ahead and talk?
She told me to
her?
wave my hand.
Okay, talk with her some more. Let me see if I can adjust the camera again. So
sorry, Shari. This is, technical difficulties. It's fine. So, what? Can you say who your favorite is?
No. You know what? It's not that anybody's my favorite. I mean, honestly, I love them all. They're awesome people. I was actually just away this weekend. We just had an event up at the Mount Washington Hotel, and I was with Jason, Steve, and Dave. And
Dave Tango.
And then on Thursday, I was actually with Grant because he was down here in Salem. I live near Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, fun.
So he went. There was a convention down here. So
yeah.
I hung out with him on Thursday. So I mean, they're just all great people.
Yeah,
and all the favorites.
I saw everybody's posts and the pictures. I had other friends that went to Salem Con, and it was just nice to see everybody's photos and stuff like that. It was.
I didn't even realize
we have to go next year.
Oh my gosh!
I know, next year we've got a plan on going, but.
Well, this was the last year for Salem Con.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Sorry. Okay.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to find some other ones.
That's right.
Go somewhere else.
Well, we know we're going to be at Scarefest this year, so we know we're going to be there in Kentucky.
Yep.
And then we also got one booked in June for Pennsylvania. I can't remember what that one was, but yeah, there's a few. So
I'm supposed to be up Sherry's Way next month.
Really?
Yes, actually, my girlfriend and I
are. On Salem?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I've never
cool.
been there.
You can shoot me a call. I'll go meet you at Salem.
Oh, fun! Okay, that would be awesome.
Great. You guys better get some photos then, so you can put them up on the photo
wall. Every time somebody comes in town, they usually call me.
Awesome! Thank you so much. That's fantastic.
I have to tell you that because the camera was so blurry, right? So my friend Terrence is on there, and he just said, "No worries, Ted. I just did a couple shots, and it cleared right up."
That's hysterical. Yeah. Oh my goodness!
So with all the 2 years or the 2 seasons that you worked with Ghost Hunters, well, let's back it up a little bit. How did you actually get involved in this? I did read some stuff that when you were a kid, you had a couple of experiences, and then you eventually had a house that you moved into that was haunted.
Right. Growing up, it's kind of, you see things, you hear that you think you hear things and all of that, but I always just ignored it, just kind of look the other way, and I'll just, you put the covers over your head.
Right.
Right.
But there is this one house in particular when, mid-90s, that I lived in there with my parents, and just say we lived in there for about 4 years, because I honestly can't remember. So half the time, because we were just renting it, so half the time it was fine, and then all of a sudden one day, just weird things started happening, and just regular things, like like doors opening and closing, and either like really slow or like whipping open. Lights turning on and off, knocking and footsteps, just regular things like that. One night there was, just to give you an example of some of the things that were going on, one night, it was probably around midnight, my aunt came in from out of town, and she was coming up the stairs, and my room was across the hall from the stairs. So my door whips open, and I stood up, like, because I was scared. So I stood up, and so I start yelling at her, like, what the hell's their problem?
Right.
She's like, I didn't do anything. And so then I look at her, and she's still like 4 steps down from the bottom. And I'm like, well, what the hell is it? So we're talking about it, and then she goes, does your bird normally, sleep upside down? I'm like, no. I mean, it's a cockatiel. I've never seen it upside down. I don't even know if these birds do that or not. I have no idea, but my bird never did. Mm-hmm. And, it's like, no, I've never seen them upside down. While we're talking about that, all of a sudden, we see my bird flying around the house. So it was locked up in the cage, sleeping upside down, and now all of a sudden it's flying around the house. What the hell did it get out of the cage,
Oh, my gosh.
So I had to go downstairs, grab the bird, put him back in the cage, and then she goes into my mother's room to tell her what's going on, and all of a sudden my mother's pocketbook started flying out of her closet.
What?
Wow.
So, like, this is the stuff that so it's like, so I used to go home, and I would just sit in the driveway and just call my parents and be like, when are you guys coming home? Because I was just scared to death. I would never go into the house by myself.
Oh, my God.
And so just the one particular night, which actually got me into, okay, we need to figure out what the hell's going on, is I got home around like 2 o'clock in the morning from my boyfriend's house. Wasn't drinking or anything, so just got into bed. As soon as I lied down, somebody grabbed my ankles and held me down. And then, so I kind of leaned up to see what it was. And then they grabbed my wrist and put my wrist down to the bed. And then I tried to lift up my head to yell out to my parents. And they put their hand over my mouth and then put my head down to the bed.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, the apparition appeared right at the bottom of the bed, and it looked like a doppelganger of my boyfriend at the time. So for a split second, I was thinking, wait, is he here? Am I here over there? You're just kind of thinking, how the hell can he be here? Because I just left him, and then he started walking over towards me. Now, I mean, it was his hair, his face, his body structure, not his face. I'm sorry, like the head shape. The body structure, the clothes that he was wearing. But once he came over to me, he actually didn't have a face. His face, it was just like black. Like if you look out at the midnight sky, or clear sky, like that distant black look, that's what his face looked like. So he came over to the side of the bed, and then he just kind of leaned over. And again, I have no idea how long this was. I mean, it feels like forever, but it could have been a couple seconds. I mean, I just have no clue. But then he got back up and then started walking away. And then that's when I noticed he didn't have anything like below his knees that was missing. But then the door opened up, he walked out, the door closed, and then everything lifted off of me. So ever since that night, I mean, I slept with the lights on, the TV blasting. I actually heard like his footsteps in the carpet and stuff. So, so it was like, I don't want to see any shadows. I don't want to see that again. I don't want to hear anything. So it was a long time before I slept in the dark again, and being very quiet.
That's definitely scary. I mean, that's got to, now how old were you?
Yeah. I was in my mid-20s.
Oh my
wow.
gosh!
So that could
That's
actually
terrifying.
Are you counting the years to see how old I am now?
No. I was just thinking that.
Don't worry, he will ask.
Well,
no.
No, I was just thinking because the story sounds familiar. I've been investigating since 1987, so I'm going on 31 years. So there's been a lot of investigations that I've done, and a couple of them in the past 5 years I've done actually have discussed certain things like this.
Yeah.
And speaking of the Virgin House, I mean, where it was almost like an incubus type thing would hold them down. Actually, that would have been the female, would have been succubus, but still, it's
Right.
It's the whole point of holding them down and what do they want and so on and so forth.
Scary.
And there are other people out there that have experienced this.
Oh, yeah.
And Michelle she had an experience very similar to it.
I did too.
So it is very scary.
I screamed in my head, "Get the fuck off me!"
Yeah. Ah, bleep.
No
Sorry,
bleeping.
the beep wasn't fast enough. But
Well, the thing with mine is that he didn't actually do it like he grabbed my my ankles and wrists and my mouth, but he didn't physically, sexually, I guess,
Right.
didn't do anything to
Right,
me.
right.
So, but that stuff can happen through what other people have said. I've never
Yeah.
experienced it, so I don't know. But knowing that they have that much power to do that and hold you down, and there's nothing you can do.
I mean, that's a lot of strength. That's a lot of energy. And
It is. That's a lot of energy
Yeah.
that they have.
Right.
That's they're expelling, right?
Yeah.
That they're
Right.
trying to use to manipulate their surroundings.
Right.
So, and I didn't have anything sexual happen, but I was pissed because they were trying to control me.
Right?
Ted's
It's
wishing.
scary.
Ted's
Yeah,
wishing.
it is. It is
It
scary.
is. It was. And I don't like to be out of control. So when somebody that I can't see
Right.
is taking or trying to take control.
I mean, I'm not. All right, this is just a random thought in my head, and so I'm going to say that it's borderline like what a real rape would be, how a real rape starts.
Right.
That you're being held down against your will and all that stuff. So I could imagine how scary that
Right.
would be. I mean,
Yeah.
that's terrifying. And in fact, Cora was saying that's how you know things are evil. But there are cases, and I'm not going to say a percentage because I don't really know, but I know within all the cases that I've done, there is a short amount or a little amount that holding people down was actually to save them from things too. So not all those we
Right.
can say is evil, but something in that situation, like what she went through and what you went through, that's definitely malicious. It's not, a friendly situation at all. So that's definitely scary. You should write that. You should put that in a book.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
I think more information like that out there that women can, not even just women, but I'm sure men as well, that people should be aware of that. And that's the other thing is the education, even like our little rinky-dink show, stories like this,
Rinky-dink.
We can, what?
It's not rinky.
I know, but still we're different. But, to have that information out there
Right.
for other people to relate
Good to be different.
That's right.
Yeah.
It is good to be different.
Well, we get a lot of slack for it some days, but we're good.
Yeah.
Now,
So how did it come to pass that you went from having these experiences to go to be and investigate the paranormal?
Well, after that, I started to, again, this is the 90s, so you know how much we didn't have internet or anything. There wasn't that much information out there just of yet, And I didn't know that there were actual teams that actually went out, So otherwise, we probably would have called them. But me myself, I just started reading as much as I could about, just ghosts and stuff like I did believe in them, even though I didn't experience. I should say I've experienced some things, but I didn't want to believe it. But I didn't know what else they could be.
Right.
I don't know. So you're just kind of confused of what is what.
I get it.
But I just did a lot of research that way. I'm sorry, what?
No, I get it. You're right. You can't really explain it to anybody.
Yeah, and then, right. And then, you couldn't really talk about it too much way back then either. So I just did a lot of research that way. And then, of course, once the show comes on and then you have, this equipment and stuff. So I actually just started going out and, investigating, like friends' homes and families' homes, and just, started off like that. And then eventually I got my own team. And so the more you experience, the more you can figure out and try to, see what's sort of going on. And the more you learn about this subject, I wanted to go out and help other homeowners that went through the same situation, because I know how scary it is. So I just started going to homes and stuff and just trying to teach them. Sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's not, but the more you know about it, the less scary you can be. So ever since that what happened to me, that was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me since I've been doing this. So people, have you ever encountered evil things and stuff? I personally never have. Ever since that day, I've never encountered anything evil like that ever again. Nothing bad towards me. I am very spiritual also. I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. So, I believe in guardian angels and stuff. So, I say my prayers and ask for protection and all that. Does that help me? For me, it seems to, which for my belief. But it's pretty much why I started this whole thing.
Well, you have to have some type of belief and protection and spiritual.
Yeah, open-mindedness.
Yeah,
about it.
That's the way things are today. It's just, and it's not getting any better. If you look at it on the level as in, say, even 25 to 50 years ago, religion was big. It was really big,
yeah.
and everybody prayed.
Schools.
Everybody went to and now today, it's not mainstream like that. It's all very behind the scenes. So the open spiritualism that you had,
it's called separation of church and state.
Well,
just for those if you weren't clear.
Yeah, so it's just changed that things are the way they are, and it's unfortunate in some ways, but at the same time we have to grow, and that's a part of the growing thing.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
We
Our
have
consciousness
to.
is changing.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But with that, other doorways open.
Right.
And that means if you believe in different dimensions and stuff like that, we're talking about everything changes, not just everyday life, but spiritually and, all that other. Go ahead. I know you're going to interrupt me, but go ahead.
You know what it reminds me of what you're saying? It's funny because I never thought about it this way. What is that movie where Jim Carrey was living this life in the bubble and he didn't really know that he was on a movie set or a TV set, and his whole life he had no idea that it was a movie set?
I actually don't know.
And then so he's living his life in a certain way, right? And then all of a sudden he finds out or understands that his life is all a facade, and now there's consciousness, right? So
I can see where you're connecting the two. Yeah,
it was a really great analogy. I thought anyway.
It's just the way life is today. It's just so different the way it was, and back when I started, Shari started, when we all started way back when.
Yeah.
Even think about it like with the Warrens or Dr. Hans Holzer and all those guys that started back then. They had no guide. They had nothing to work on other than trial and error,
and
their own spiritualism,
right?
So
spirituality,
right?
Religious beliefs,
So all that stuff, that was just the beginning, and now we're at like the tip of the iceberg with things. We're actually just like last week we were told, we're just now scratching the surface.
Exactly.
That's what Jason Whitnell said from the UK, and it's like it's true. And there's so many new doors opening up. And we're finding out more things, but it's just not coming fast enough for what people want. But still, again, we have to deal with situations like this. And what Shari went through and you went through, and even certain things that I've done, I can say I've never been to that extreme.
Yeah.
With having things happen to me. I don't think I'd wish that upon myself either, because it's kind of a scary thing.
It was.
Yeah, and I don't want that. I mean, even though I joked about it,
Yes.
it's like, damn, I never get anything like that.
Jeez,
but,
I want to be held down. Sign me up, big boy.
But it's very scary, and I'm just trying to make the point to the people that are listening that when something like this happens to you, don't think you're crazy, and reach out to the people that are in the field that are there to help you. I mean,
absolutely.
Not everybody's going to think you're crazy.
I mean, no, listen, back when this happened to me, and I'm certain when it happened to Shari, we couldn't just go and talk about it to anybody.
I wouldn't even have wanted to go to the church and tell a priest. They think you were insane.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
2,000 Hail Marys and whip yourself with a piece of wood. I don't know. I'd never, no,
That's hysterical.
Sorry.
So
Truman Show.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, it was the Truman Show.
My girlfriend told me it's the Truman Show.
Actually,
that is exactly it.
Terrence said it first.
Oh, Terrence did.
Oh, right.
Oh, Kristen Holmes said it. I don't see.
Chanel said it too.
Yeah, I don't have Terrence's.
Go Terrence. Go Terrence.
Sorry, Terrence, I didn't have you.
But yeah.
But Ted, you're the one who told me. So.
Yes, I know.
Because I wasn't paying attention, and it wasn't. Okay. And I wasn't as scared as I was pissed off.
Was that for you? Was you the same way, Shari? Did you feel more pissed off about it or angry about it than you were scared? And probably afterwards, right? You were kind of.
No, I was more scared.
And that's okay.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't remember like feeling pissed. I was really just more scared and hoping that he wasn't going to do anything else. Mm-hmm. Or like, when he's just staring at you, you're wondering, what are you doing?
Right,
what are you
right.
Exactly. Somebody else actually asked me about like aliens, and like, well, what do you think? Maybe that could be an alien just like studying you or something. Like, I don't know, and I don't even want to think about that. I don't think there's an alien in my room. I don't.
And I did have.
And I never got. Well, I was never able to actually go back to the house to investigate because we've already moved out of the house. We were only leasing it for like 4 years or something or whatever. So we never actually was able. And actually, at the same time, my mother experienced another apparition that she saw it all the time. So and it was mostly in the area where she was doing laundry. We had like 2 attics in the house, so that was like the entrance of one attic, and then there was another place that she used to see him and stuff. So it was the same guy. He looked like Abraham Lincoln, like the top hat and the beard and all that stuff, and it was just looked like a regular person just sitting right there. She got so used to him after a while, so she's like, okay, whatever, it's just him. But she never physically got hurt, or anything. So she was just, whatever, okay.
Wow.
And then the house alarm would always go off. She never said it, but the alarm would go off, and then she'd call the police because she would think it's a real person. The police would come constantly, and she's like, and telling them. But, the police are probably like, okay, crazy lady,
Well, you're not crazy. I mean, that's why you feel like you're alone back then, Right,
yes,
right.
Yes.
And that's why I made the comment that, people have to understand that they're not alone on this, and there's always somebody you can reach out to. Mm-hmm. In fact, we just got a comment from Charlie Whitcomb that said that it happened to him while he was camping.
Hi, Charlie.
So that's kind of weird. I mean, it's different. But, things like that happen. We just have to roll with it. But on the upside of this, it kind of pushed you to want more, to know more, to become the investigator that you are today.
Yeah, right.
So it wasn't just a negative.
To know more, to want more, but to also help
Absolutely.
other homeowners.
Right.
I mean, and obviously business owners or whatever, but I mean, just to basically help homeowners and have them understand and have them know more. And I mean, it's the best thing. Like, it's one of the best feelings in the world is just, talking to the homeowner and, from them being really scared to try to figure out exactly what's going on.
Right.
And to have them just so calm, and I give everybody my phone number. If you have a problem, you call me. And, and they'll reach out every now and then and and I'm like, everything okay? Everything is great. Thank you so much. And just to make them feel better. And again, this is why we do it.
Right.
Also, not to figure out also, what is going on out there, but to also just get the word out there and just
exactly.
help everybody and not make them think that they're crazy.
Right.
Unless they really are crazy, then
Well, then there's no helping them.
The thing is though that you hope that what you went through you can spare somebody else. That's why you reach out there, and that's why we're here. So, all right, Shari, we have to take a quick break, and then we have to bring Michelle on to do a quick reading, and then we're going to come back to you. So, everybody, we are sitting here, and we are on Talk Radio. We're talking with Miss Shari Benedetti. I got it. Yay!
Good job.
Good job. High five. Anyways, we've been talking to her. She is from Taps from Ghost Hunters and from season 10 and 11. And we're having a wonderful chat with her. She's fantastic. She's having fun with us, and that's a good thing. So we'll be right back after these messages. Don't go anywhere. Settled in 1801, built in 1858, the Haunted Virgin House sits on a 400-million-year-old swamp. It was one of the last areas where the native people were removed in 1805. It's been said when you place a foot on the property, you can feel the energy surround you. Shadows and figures of a man and children, voices from disembodied figures, stories of hangings and drownings. Book your investigation now. HauntedVirginHouse.com.
Since 1948, Fate magazine has captivated you with their true reports of the strange and unknown. But things just got better. Join host Todd Bates Sunday nights 6/5 Central for Fate Radio. We bring you the best interviews, stories, and most of all, bring these true reports of the strange and unknown to life. Fate Radio with Todd Bates Sunday nights 6/5 Central at FateMagRadio.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are sitting here talking with Miss Shari Benedetti from Taps and Ghost Hunters. She also has her own group, or she goes out with other groups on her own since she left the show and does some investigating and stuff. We are actually just waiting for Miss Michelle. There she is, right on the dot.
Good job.
So, Uh-oh.
Hang up on her?
No. The show just disappeared.
What? Our show?
Yeah. It just left the screen.
That's so weird.
Well, I really hope it didn't knock us off.
Me too, because remember when we... a couple of shows ago, Shari, we were having major technical difficulties. Yeah. Our show lasted like a couple of minutes, I think it was. And then we were gone for like 20. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
We can laugh about it, right? Thank goodness
so
we
it's
can laugh about
loading,
it.
so I'm checking here to see, gosh, why?
How would someone book a haunting at the Virgin House?
They would want to get a hold of Kathy, and she might be on there actually in the chat room on Facebook.
I haven't seen her.
Kathy Hagelin, you can actually...
Yeah, we're still on Facebook, you guys, just not on...
we lost it on Blog Talk, I think.
Blog Talk Radio.
I think it's the Virgin House, the hauntedvirginhouse.com, or yes, the hauntedvirginhouse.com, and I think there is a email on there.
And I believe they're doing the ghost walks and ghost hunts
They're
and
doing
stuff
a
like
lot
that.
of stuff like that, yeah. So we did lose that. So unfortunately, it's going to get noisy here for a second, guys, because...
The really cool English voice is going to come back on.
Well, wait a minute. How do we still have Shari then?
Right. Shari, are you there?
There she is. There. Okay.
good.
Woohoo! It fixed itself. I didn't even have to do anything. Okay, Michelle, call back in, dear, if you can hear me. For some reason, when you called in, this thing went nuts.
Haywire.
So please call back in. I don't know what
Shari,
happened.
Well, I'll ask you while we're waiting for. I'll ask you a question while we're waiting for Michelle.
Oh, Kathy's actually on there. She just said she's there.
Oh, good.
So, Savannah, you can contact Kathy Hagelin personally.
Oh,
right there.
perfect. I didn't see you, Kathy. Sorry. Hi, Kath. So, Shari, what do you have coming up for yourself? What's been going on since the show?
Well, me personally at home, I do have another job that I work for, and I have 2 kids.
She's a realtor, right?
Yeah. So
Fantastic.
I have that going on.
Yeah, you're a realtor, right? Oh, sorry.
I'm a realtor, but I also work for an engineering firm.
Wow.
So I have those 2 things, and the regular mom stuff.
Oh, gosh, that mom stuff.
And then I also, during the weekends, either I'll do events like I just had one, or do private investigations. And then, like you said, like I help a lot of like local teams. If they need any help, they'll just give me a call, and I'll go and help them out. Yes, I mean that's just kind of what I've been keeping myself busy with.
Yeah, I know, because when you're not investigating, you want to do something, and I do like 20 different things all the time, so.
Yeah.
These investigations aren't going to pay the bills. You got to.
Oh, exactly.
Ain't that the truth, Mama?
Oh, yeah. So I have to tell you real quick that Tennessee and Twisted and those guys, they are listening. So they just sent me that they were listening. Thank you, guys.
Oh,
all right.
fun.
So
good. Thanks, guys. And hi, Mike.
Yeah. So hi, everybody. So, all right, Michelle, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Hi, Michelle.
Yay! It only took 4 times. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, when you called in the first time, the whole thing shut down on us.
We couldn't see it anymore.
We couldn't see anything.
Oh well, you know what? It's that magic energy. It happens when you got a lot of good energy going.
I don't know.
You guys have a really good show.
He
Hello,
has it next to
Shari
him all the
and
time.
Cindy. And
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. Fantastic for a Monday rainy day.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm choosing somebody for the question.
Awesome. So just so you
Okay,
know,
Cindy.
Shari, just so you know, Miss Michelle is the Saratoga spiritualist. She's out from the Albany area, and she is the resident psychic for Paratalk Radio. And
very nice.
she calls like once or twice a month, and we do a reading.
Yeah,
Free
so
reading. Yeah.
I'm going to choose Michael. Michael, do you have a question?
Go, Michael. It's your birthday. Go, Michael.
Actually, his birthday is what? Wait, what's today's date? Wait, what's today?
Today's the 16th.
Okay, good. His birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. He knows I'm going to call him and sing it to him anyway.
So I assume that you know Michael then, huh, Cindy?
I do.
I don't even see
That's
Michael.
cool. That's really...
I don't see. Well, because I can't give him a reading.
Yeah. Hello, Darlene. I just want to say hi to
Yeah,
see
I
you.
know. It's very hard. Yeah, it's hard when you know people and, when you know people and they ask you for a reading. It's like
Yeah.
you have to put aside what you know about them and what you feel is
Yep.
coming through. And
Exactly.
sometimes it gets misjudged. So I do that a lot to my family, too, is I send it to other people. I'm like, go get a reading by her or him.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Heva. Yes, no, it's hard when you know somebody so well. And let me tell you, Spirit will still get a message through to these people if they need a message through.
That's right. So is Michael on yours? Because he's not on mine.
Exactly. You got it.
Mike, are you there? I saw him.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I could do if he does it, since it is his birthday. I mean, I could do a general
yeah.
reading for him if you'd like.
Tomorrow is
Since
his
birthday. You said it's tomorrow, right?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay. I can do a general reading, and then if he feeds in with a question, make sure you get it in there, Cindy, okay?
That sounds great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. Michael, so happy birthday tomorrow. You know, on your birthday, whatever you do well on your birthday, it's going to be done well throughout the whole year. So that's an old saying. Way back in, like, the old Farmer's Almanacs and in psychic proverbs, and I think a lot of people, it's just an old saying. So what I'm going to tell you is make sure that you do a lot of things that you enjoy tomorrow. Smile. Try not to get mad. Try not to let the people that do aggravate you in your life get you to that point where you get aggravated, because whatever you do well tomorrow, you're going to do well throughout the whole year. So if you get mad, you're going to be mad. You're going to get mad very well throughout the whole year. And I don't want to see that happening to you. A lot of people, I really truly believe in this, and I tell people to try to do something nice and smile and have a good time no matter what. But I do see that you are at a point right now where you're trying to make a decision about something regarding either your life choice or a choice regarding a situation that you have been in for a while and you want to start something new. What I would tell you is 100% it's something that you do quite well is you weigh out your options. But instead of weighing out your options for such a long time, which you have been doing, and you've been procrastinating moving forward with something that would be very, very well for you, you have to do it. I really feel I'm getting like butterflies in my tummy right now, going all the way up to my throat, which is telling you need to let that out. You need to go forward with whatever project, whatever that is that you have been wanting to do 100%. You can't ever do anything, half-assed. Mm-hmm. And that you're not used to doing things half-assed. You have to do it 100% or you don't do it all. So once you set your mind to doing this project, this event that's happening,
he's moving,
go for
actually.
it, because it is going to be a wonderful thing.
Good, thank you.
Does he know what I'm talking about?
Yes, because he said he actually said he would like to know what good is going to come with moving to a new place.
You can't get any closer than that, can you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with moving to a new place, I just got major chills. It's going to be closer to things that you enjoy in life. There's going to be more opportunities for you to get out there, meet new people, and be around people that have some of your same interests. I think there's going to be it has to do with, I don't know if he's moving for job opportunities or because of a career change, but it's going to have an increase in his wages or his money that he's making annually. I see something that, a plus coming from this as well.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He said spot on.
Is he moving close or is he cool? Very, very cool. Thank you, Michael. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. And, those guys know how to get in touch with me. I'd love to hear your feedback. And if you need any more information, you can always get me on my website.
Yay!
Munchie just said, careful, I'm under the table.
Yay.
Uh-oh, Munchie's here?
You lie.
That is awesome, Michelle. And I have to tell you that, folks, if you still want to get a hold, now everybody knows that Michelle just came out with a new book, which is awesome. Who won the book? It was Cora. Cora won the book. Her book is now listed on that's now listed on ParatalkRadio.com. You can actually see now the new website is starting to come together well. It actually has a spot for all of our names, and if you push our name, it takes you right to where our little bios are.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, it's cool. And her book is right there next to her bio, so you can click on her book and go from there. So, Michelle, thank you so much for jumping in here.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yes.
I'm sure that he'll feel.
You're welcome, and
he's
thank
appreciative.
you. And thank you so much for having me on your show every week. And I'm going to continue listening in for the rest of the evening and enjoy the show.
Oh,
Sherry, I
thank
hope
you.
you enjoy talking to these guys as much as I do for the every week or so.
And Cora said she loves.
Thank you very much. And you know what? Can I ask you a question? What was your last name?
It's Wagner.
Wagner. Okay.
And
Okay.
Cora,
I didn't get your last name. Sorry.
sorry about that, guys.
Yes, I'd love to hear from you and talk to you because I've been listening to your show and some of the things that you've been saying. So it'd be awesome to talk to you off air sometime.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, definitely.
Well,
You know, you're so close to where my whole family lives. I grew up in Albany, so my whole family's over there.
Did you? Yeah,
yeah,
I'm about 25 minutes from Albany in Saratoga, so it's a nice ride up the north way. But yeah,
my uncle
that's awesome.
and my cousin live up there, so they're all out there.
That would be. Yeah, it's nice country, rainy and muddy right now, but absolutely, let's get in touch and get together when you're up here.
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right, guys, have a great night, and I'll be listening in.
All right,
Okay,
thank you,
thank
Michelle.
Nice to meet you.
Yep. So,
Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you so much. And that is great that we're able to do that and bring that on. It's to bring Michelle. It's awesome, and somebody's got to get her commercial put together.
Yes, I have to do my Psychic Cindy commercial.
Yes.
We are going to keep doing it, and then things come up. I don't know.
You're a procrastinator.
I am a procrastinator.
All right, so here, before we get back to Shari real quick, I just have to say that to win a T-shirt from Haunt Johns.
Hi, Normie.
Okay, to win a T-shirt from Miss Courtney, this is what you need to do. This is for this show only, so you need to come up with the answers. What I'm going to do is ask you a question. You need to come up with the answers.
Aww.
Okay, so that you can win the T-shirt. Here is the question, so pay attention. The question is, what date, so what show, and who was the guest that we had on the show? Okay, so date and guest.
Do they have to answer now?
They have to answer on the text messages, either on Facebook, Mixler.
Okay.
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 So the guest and the date.
Okay.
And this is how you're going to know it. We actually brought on a country music star from a country duo, and he was on the show briefly to say hi to this other guest. Okay? So he's a country music star.
Do people know him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they should know who he is.
Okay.
So what they have to do is they have to give us the name of the guest and the date.
The name of the guest that called in?
The name of the guest. Nope. Not the country music star.
Okay.
The original guest.
Original guest.
The original guest.
Okay.
And the date. And then you win yourself a T-shirt from Haunt Johns.
Haunt Johns.
All right. So also, Mungie, hello. It's nice to see you. You're not under the table because I'd be kicking you if you were. Anyways.
I'd be like, what are you doing, Mungie?
Yeah, and Shari, just so you know, Mungie is a horror clown.
Mm-hmm.
He's so funny. He's scary.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, I don't like clowns.
Yeah, he's definitely a scary clown. He's not one of those half-ass scary. He's like really scary.
Creepy, scary.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about where you came from and the house that you lived in. Now, I'm going to take it to another thing. You were in...
Take it to another level.
Why don't you tell us about Red Army hooligans?
Oh, God.
She's laughing now.
Oh, God. Well, no, because that was just a little fun thing that I helped out with a friend. That was pretty much it. I am friends with somebody, and he, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just a funny little thing. He just needed help with a part of a movie with a producer that's out in the UK. And he just asked me if I just wanted this little part. And it's just, I didn't even have to go to the UK. I was at home when I did it, you know.
Mm.
So it's just a little, it might be like, I don't know, 30 seconds long. So it really, honestly.
But it was a movie, so
not big of a deal.
But no, still, it's cool. It's a movie. It's an indie film, right? Basically, and qualifies, I think, as an indie.
I don't know how to I don't even understand the movie industry or anything, so I'm not really sure. I'm not an actress, so I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
That's okay.
But I mean, it was fun, just to do it. I was just actually just by myself in the other room, yelling at my FaceTime about my, just looking at myself when I was doing it. So,
but you know what? It's another
there was
thing.
no cameras, there was nothing. It was just me by myself.
Okay, all right. But still, I mean, it's cool. You can't believe I brought that up, right?
That's awesome.
I know, I can't believe it. Nope.
Well,
that was the first time I've ever gotten that question.
Well, that's a good thing,
That's
damn it.
fun. Yes. That's so fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, she's blushing.
I
She
can
is.
hear
She's
it.
blushing.
Yes,
She's
yes.
really
I
blushing.
am. I don't even know what to say about that.
Ken LeBlanc says, "Hi Ted, great show tonight."
Hey, thank you, Ken. That's awesome. So, has anybody answered our question yet?
Nope.
Not yet. Okay.
Nobody's
Posting yet. Okay. I will give you a hint.
No.
No. No get? No. I couldn't tell him who the country star was.
All right.
If I tell you who the country star was, then it'll give you an idea. I can tell you this. It was well over a year ago.
Prior to me.
Yep. So it was well over a year ago. And the country star was actually Big Vinny from Trailer Choir.
Oh.
You remember the song, Rockin' the Beer Gut?
Yep.
Yep. So they got a new album that just came out, too. So
fun.
that's awesome. So, all right. So there's your hint.
Stephanie, who is Savannah Sharon, says, I have no clue.
Well, do your homework.
Go start looking back.
Go to YouTube.
Steph.
All right. So now that you're doing these other things and you're not on with the, we had covered some of that, but now you're not on the show and stuff. But you said you're good friends with Grant and Jason and stuff. What do you think about the show not being on anymore? I mean,
Yeah.
personally.
Well, we never technically said that it was over.
Right. I do remember Dustin said that, and so did Steve, that they both said that, because we've interviewed both of them, they said nobody officially said it was over.
So they could come back.
Yes, they could come back, but there was just some disagreements between blah, blah, and blah, blah. That's all I'm going to say.
Got it. Okay.
But I just want to know personally, did you enjoyed it and stuff? You enjoyed
Sorry,
it
I'm a
and
little
stuff,
high-
but would you go
high
back?
energy.
I mean, if they said, hey, we want to do it again, would you go back?
I can answer that
Absolutely.
for her. And it starts with an F and it ends with a yeah.
Right? Absolutely.
Listen.
Yeah. No, they're still, they're still talking to a few networks, and
Good.
we'll.
That
So
damn
they just need to
sci-fi.
figure
Wow.
out who's going to allow them to keep it real.
I think-
there's just so many things that are out there that they want to continue. They want to go in there and they want to switch things around. They want to do it. They want to fake a lot of stuff, you know.
Right.
And,
I was
and
just
it's just
gonna
like, no,
say-
we don't.
Right. They just
We don't
wanted-
do that, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't need another Baggins.
Oh, I thought I was bad.
No, but it's it's
Well,
the truth.
I don't speak about others, but
Come on. Nobody has to
Yeah,
agree with me, but we all in the paranormal, we all know it to be true.
We
Come on.
yes, we do.
We need to start calling this bullshit out and calling it bullshit, right?
What did
Seriously.
we talk about the show? We did discuss that we were gonna, Cindy
We're
and
gonna
I,
call
that we're
it
gonna,
out when we see it. We're gonna call bullshit when it's bullshit.
Yeah, because I think the controversy with some of this stuff, and I'm going to tell you right now, folks,
because
listening,
it
that
hinders the paranormal.
it does, and we're not the first, because, and I'm quote, Mr. God, just one right out of my head. Oh, John Zaffis actually posted it probably about a week ago that he was sick and tired of the demon bullshit that's out there. That when you're out there to help a client, you're there to help a client, not to scare them with this whole demon bullshit.
Right.
And there's too many people in the public eye, especially on TV shows, that are pushing the whole demon thing, and it's got to go away.
It does.
Because it's not like that.
Because I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I personally, because like you, Shari, I am more spiritual. People who know me know I'm a witch. I don't believe, because demons come from Western religion. I'm not a Western religion person.
Right.
So I don't believe in demons per se. Is there negativity? Absolutely. But it's what energy you put into that what you're going to see. I mean, call me crazy. I don't see demons, and I've been doing this for a long gum time.
Oh, I know.
You too.
I know.
And I mean, this is ridiculous. We shouldn't have to be doing this.
Right. And there are paranormal shows out there. Now, and I'm just going to say that I love Destination America. They are the paranormal show. They are the paranormal network,
Aren't they the one that has Shepherdstown?
I think that was, or it was TLC. But either way,
I don't think it was TLC. I think it was
Destination America is the paranormal network. And if Ghost Hunters was going to come back, that's where I would like to see it. There on Destination America.
That would be fun.
There are a lot of shows that are on there, though, that I can honestly say that does not have Baggins on. Baggins is not on that network. Okay, which is good because it helps take away some of that crap.
Right, but it does have...
It does have...
Shepherdstown has one of his... Nick, I think, is on that.
And Nick has his own paranormal lockdown. Nick is awesome. Nick is a nice guy.
Crazy.
Yeah, Nick's...
I'm not calling him crazy. I mean crazy like over the top.
Right.
Listen, I'm crazy over the top, and all of my friends know it. But in a good way. And they'll be the first to say that, too.
Oh, Chanel wins, by the way. Chanel is our winner. So, Chanel, winner.
Listen.
Winner.
I'm going to read you what it says. Chanel M. Fletcher. Rebecca Bruno shared ParatalkRadio, hosted by Ted Wolf's live video with Ted Van Son, February 27, 2017. If you're wondering where I am tonight, LOL, Bobo from Finding Bigfoot and Big Vinny from Trailer Choir.
So
entertaining and awesome.
Yep,
Pause,
so that's
6 seconds, and then it says /2 hours, 15 minutes, 44 seconds. Additional visual settings. Click to enlarge, unmute.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
But anyways, yes, that was the show. It was February 27th. 2017. It was Bobo from Finding Bigfoot. And Mr. Big Vinny did join us for a short while on the beginning of the show.
Fun.
And he talked about taking Bigfoot to the bar and drinking with him.
Oh, nice.
So, Chanel, you're our winner tonight, so you get a T-shirt. So just get a hold of one of us here. We need to know what size you are, and then we will personal message one of us an address, and we'll
and we'll try and get you the size, obviously, because we don't
know what all the sizes are.
Yeah, we'll get you the closest to your size. Chanel.
Exactly. So that was fun. Poor Sherry's like, okay, guys, hurry up. All right, Sherry.
Yes.
All right, Sherry. Do you know what that means?
What does that mean?
That means it's time for paranormal news.
Paranormal news. And please, you can put in your opinion for our paranormal news as well, Shari.
Yes, we want you to. We want you to.
You don't have to. Don't feel under pressure, but
Don't feel under pressure.
What was that?
What was that?
I don't know what I'm doing.
That was weird feedback or something.
No, we're just going to bring up some news that we have, and then you get to pipe in on it if you'd like, and go from there. The first one I got. I don't know how paranormal it is, but it's kind of cool. I watched a video the other day, and it's actually about a real life vampire. Okay. She's a mother of 3. And she shockingly revealed that she drinks human blood. She actually brings the people to her home. They come in, and she consumes 2 liters, which is a half a gallon a month.
That's sorry. That's disgusting.
I know, but it's there. I mean,
she's gonna start bathing in blood soon. I can feel it.
Well, she has she has stated that her family really disagrees with everything that she does, which I can understand. But she believes that this is who she is and what she likes to do, and she actually, the people that she gets the blood from, she actually screens them to make sure that they don't have diseases and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little weird for me.
So what does are her children doing this as well?
No, just her. Mm-hmm. Yep, just her.
So she knows that she shouldn't be feeding blood to her children.
Right. She's just doing it for herself.
Okay.
Yep, she's just doing it herself.
All right.
So I felt it. I felt that it was a little different, a little weird. I also felt it was kind of disgusting, but at the same time, it's stuff that's out there that...
Christy and Marianne just put up the green emoji faces.
Oh.
Like the sick faces. That's right, guys. That's right. Yep.
Thanks, John.
That was a good one. That was good timing.
So that's number one. So the number one news thing, it's just, it's terrible.
That scares me.
Yeah.
I'm just so freaked out because
you know what I think of when I'm just nervous about, like, what if she gets so addicted to this stuff and then all of a sudden she doesn't have anybody to give blood. Is she going to start going after the children's blood?
Oh gosh.
I didn't even think about that.
Right, because I mean literally you can become addicted to so many things, right? But
but could you get addicted to blood like that? Well, yeah,
well, you have to think about it. If it gives her a high or gives her any kind of euphoria or any kind of anything, that's what an addiction is. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a hallucinogenic or a substance that creates this in your mind. For God's sake, sex gives us a high, right? I mean,
All right, let's go to number 2.
But it's the truth, though.
It is the truth. It is the truth.
It's just what your mind makes it. So, Sherry, that was great. That was a great question.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Thursday, last week, actually 2 weeks ago Thursday in the UK, dozens of calls have been made to the police. Actually, that's not the UK. Dozens of calls have been made to the police in Ohio after residents reported an invasion of zombie raccoons.
Listen, little zombie raccoons, you're not welcome. Get the frick out of Ohio and don't come to New York.
It says officers in the city of Youngstown are investigating reports of animals
they're all
acting...
on drugs there.
Oh, are they? Well, I don't know. It says officers in the city of Youngstown are investigating reports of the animals acting strangely in the daytime. To me, that's rabies, but,
Actually, I saw one at my niece lives in a trailer park, and there was a raccoon just walking in the middle of the day. My mom and I are like, should we be scared?
Yeah. It says they're nocturnal creatures, so usually they're not seen during the day. Yep, and they have been seen standing on their hind legs, baring their teeth, and then falling over backwards. So maybe they're just drunk.
They're drunk. They are high. The opioid problem that Ohio has is now reaching the animals.
That's so terrible because Bigfoot's in Ohio too. I don't want to see a drunk Bigfoot or a drugged up Bigfoot.
That would be scary.
Well, it says the raccoons, along with 14 other police, they have responded to 14 calls about these raccoons.
These crazy ass raccoons, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And it says local officials say the animals were likely suffering from distemper, a viral disease that causes coughing, tremors, seizures.
Where's Caesar?
And leads raccoons to lose their fear of humans. So that is their...
Ken LeBlond said that they got into the Tide Pods. Yes.
Oh, maybe they did.
They got into. Christy was laughing. That was funny. Yes, they got into the Tide Pods. I got it.
That's very possible. I do want to say.
Oh my God! Might as well face it. You're addicted to blood.
Good song.
Terrence, yes.
I do want to say though, the last story that I have is I wanted to say that we lost Art Bell from
really?
Coast to Coast.
Yes, I didn't realize that. I didn't
yeah,
know that.
Yeah, and
My
he
aunt
was
loves that
the
show.
original. Wasn't Art the original, John? And it's such a sad situation that Art passed.
Yeah.
He was such an inspiration for a lot of people in the paranormal.
Oh my gosh, my aunt would tell me about him all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he had the original show that people would tune into, Coast to Coast. Now it's with George Norrie, but I remember just turning on the AM radio and just listening. It was just an awesome thing. I know it was on late, but it was.
Yes, she listens all the
awesome
time.
Show.
That's
So,
sad. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that Sergeant guy too from the shows from TV died. He was from Heartbreak Ridge, I think, or something like that, wasn't he?
Wait, what are you talking about?
The Sergeant. Oh, what was his name? Now I can't remember.
Okay, guys.
Mm-hmm.
What's Sergeant guy?
He
Like
did a
the
couple
guy that
commercials.
was the
He did
real,
the Sergeant. Yeah.
The real guy that was the real Army Sergeant guy.
Real
Yeah,
guy.
and he did he did some commercials. Yeah.
But he did more than commercials. I thought he did.
He did movies too.
He did movies.
Yeah, and he just passed.
He had a TV show.
Yeah, and he just passed as well.
Oh my
so.
gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He was always like screaming at everybody.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
So
Like-
all right, so that's paranormal news this week. So I did I had to put the rabid raccoons one on the
That's
zombie
hysterical. The
raccoons.
zombie raccoons.
I had to put that on there. I just thought it was fun. So okay.
Oh, it's
but,
fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Why not? So
Right.
don't forget. Now I want to make sure that we. Go ahead.
Did you do next week's person?
Yes, I was just going to mention it
Okay.
again that we did in the beginning of the show that we have Mark Keys on next week, next
Yep.
Monday.
Mm-hmm.
This will be the second time. And he was a criminal investigator.
Yes.
And he's now a paranormal investigator. He's got a couple books out.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be talking with him. I think that's awesome. And, I wanted to mention that when we talked to Jason Whitnell from the UK last week.
Yes.
Him and David Glitton from Four State Paranormal are going to be together on one of our shows. They're doing an actual, it's going to be a discussion about the things in the paranormal that are happening that need to be resolved and fixed. So they're actually going to start calling out some problems that need to be,
Fantastic.
So they're going to be joining
And that's going
each
to be
other.
upcoming?
Yes, that'll be an upcoming show. Yes.
TBD?
No, it's already announced. I believe it's in July.
Oh, fantastic.
So that will happen.
I really liked him.
Yes, so did I. I thought he was awesome. He
Yeah.
still wants us to come to the UK. Maybe we'll take Sherry with us when we go. So, Sherry, we're going to the UK, just so you know. We're taking a
I'm
trip.
available.
There you go. So we're going to actually, we were talking to him, Sherry, that we want to go through to where the whole thing with Jack the Ripper. I think that would be
awesome.
amazing to go through all that.
Mungie, he said he had to step away for a minute. Did I miss anything mind-blowing? Duh. Yeah, me. All the time.
Yeah, and Mungie,
Right?
you missed
kidding.
the zombie raccoons.
Zombie raccoons.
That's what you missed.
The woman that drinks blood.
Yep, you missed that. She's
Yeah.
your wife-to-be, just so you know. She's your new bride. All right, we got to take another quick commercial. Don't go anywhere, folks. Sherry will be right with you to finish up the show. We've been sitting here with Sherry the Benedetti and from
I probably
Tess.
shouldn't munge, Gunny.
So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Flashlight recorder and comfortable shoes, a simple guide to paranormal investigation. Written by Keith Spratley and Ted Van Son. If you're looking to join the living who research the paranormal or the unknown, this book will guide you into developing your techniques. Reverend Tim Shaw says, the work will guide you along your journey to seek the truth about life after death. Available at Barnes & Noble and Amazon. And you can find a direct link on ParatalkRadio.com. Get your copy today.
All right, so we've been sitting here chatting about so many things today, but we're talking to Miss Sherry. What's going on over there?
You could have just... my
Ignored it? You want me to ignore it? Okay, I'll ignore it.
Listen, even the men that don't like boobs notice the boobs. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
you were like
I
wiggling,
know, I
and
was
it's like something went down. Well,
it did. All of a sudden, I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
well, earlier you
What's
were
going on?
playing with a ladybug, so I didn't know what happened. I didn't know if
don't know
kind
what
of she went down your
shirt. She did not go down my shirt, but
But anyways.
but my headset thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
It started.
So that's
moving.
okay. So we've been talking with Miss Shari D. Benedetti from Taps and Ghost Hunters. She has told us her stories,
Yes.
and I'm sure she's got plenty more. This is the time in the show, folks, where you get out your little phone and you dial 323. Yep, 323-642-1102. I'm sure you have a question for Miss Shari, so please call in. Again, it is 323-642-1102. And you can ask her your questions, and we'll go from there. Shari, again, I want to say thank you for being here with us. I mean, you've, just from the show itself, I mean, I remember watching some of the episodes, and like I said, I'm a huge fan of Ghost Hunters, and I really hope that it comes back. You know, and I hope that they work out the problems with the network. And I love,
but keep true to its integrity.
Right.
Because that was one thing that, they were.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that was, I mean, that's one thing that I really enjoyed.
That is, right. And that's what a lot of the issues are, is that's who Jason is and the team. But that's what we are. That's who he is. And he's not going to take anybody's crap, basically.
Right.
It's he wants to, again, just keep it real. And so, you know how TV is. They like to. It's almost like reality shows are not really reality anymore. It's
right.
Oh no,
they're all told what to say and what to do and fake stuff and this and that, and it's just it's junk, and and he won't allow that.
Yeah,
so,
but that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be, And it looks like we had a caller, but it dropped. Yeah. So
call us back.
Call us back, dropped her. Yeah, call us back, dropped her. Jesus, I don't know where that came from. So call us back, 323-642-1102. I'm sorry your phone call got dropped. I went to answer it, and boom, it disappeared.
Hey, Adam.
Oh, you're just saying, hey, Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just saw him pop up.
So while we have the opportunity, while we're waiting for a phone call and all that, I got to ask Shari if she's ever seen these.
Oh, yes. We didn't do that yet.
Shari, are you on the Facebook thing at all? Like what we're doing? Can you see us live or no?
You know what? I was, but my phone, my computer is completely dead, and I keep trying to go on there. So every once in a while, I'll be able to pop up, and I saw you guys on the little screen, but then it died again. So
okay, that's all right.
I'm not on
there. I'm holding up.
But I did see it.
Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen these before, but they're called the fortune-telling fish. Have you ever seen those?
Are you going to do it, or am I going to do it?
No, I've heard you guys talking about it earlier.
All right,
on the station, but I've never heard of it.
Okay, so if you watch, I just put it in Cindy's hand. So, folks, if you're watching the live feed, what it is there's this really thin piece of I don't know,
cellophane.
It's like cellophane. It's a red fish,
and it's a fish.
And
it says something on it.
You place it in the palm of your hand, and its movements will indicate what's going on, her fortune. And it looks like she's got a moving head. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what does that mean?
It says you're jealous of something.
I'm jealous of something?
That's what it says. You got a moving head. You're jealous.
Aw, Marianne said her dad used to bring these home for us. Yes, that's so fun.
All right, let's do
I don't know about jealousy, guys. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead, move it. Put it in my hand. Let's see what it says, and then you can have this. So, folks, you got to find these things. They're very, very cool.
They're so fun, though.
When we were kids, we used to have these. And
oh, Ted's definitely jealous, too.
Am I? Or is it curling? No, it's moving. It's just...
It's straight up and down.
Straight up and down. Wow. Tail's moving, too, it looks like.
Oh, yep. All right, so we have moving head.
Moving head and tail.
In love. Do tell.
I'm in love.
Yeah, it's just moving head and tail. He's in love with me. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm blocking that. Nobody's seeing in my head.
No.
All right, so
That's so funny.
that is very cool. So
yeah, but I'm not jealous. Let's try the other hand. Maybe it's...
I don't know, but I think they're very cool, and I don't know if you can see it through the baggie, but it says fortune teller miracle fish. When we were kids, I mean, they've been around for a really, really long time. So
Jealousy.
and it's just fun, especially when you give them to a kid and you say, "Here, check this out," and it's cool for them. That it was for us as kids. So
it was fun for us now.
all right, so 323-642-1102. Come on, you guys, make your phone call. Let's get in here and ask Shari a question. Of course, you can always put it on the text messaging, but we prefer that you actually call and say hi.
Oh my God, Mungie, you're too much. Freaking A. He said Cindy's jealous she can't munge with the munginator.
Nice.
And my little sister said I'm jealous of her. Yeah, duh. I want JJ all the time.
Uh-oh. That can't be good.
No.
No.
He is a very stubborn child. He has a mind of his own. It's because we use the word he, which means he's male.
Ah, nice. Wow, I'm so sorry about this, Shari, but nobody has any questions.
Come on, people.
I don't know what the
you
hell
guys can freaking ask questions in there. How about this one? Jason, did he pull any pranks on you?
Oh, God. No, he personally has not pulled any pranks on me. Of course, he's always against, Steve and Dave.
I was going to say, Steve.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Totally.
Yeah. And obviously a lot of stuff are, like Sam and I, we actually pulled a prank on, there's a place that we went into, and they had like those big boards that are the cutout people.
Yeah.
Then they're like life size, and the place that we went into just had a whole bunch of different ones.
Wow.
So, when we went around the corner, we would see these boards, and we would jump back, be like, oh, oh my God, and they're like, nope, it's just a board, not a person. Mm-hmm. So we actually just went and grabbed a bunch of these boards and started placing them around all these different rooms. So this way, when the next crew came in, that they would like be jumping around, and every time, even if like they opened up a door, there'd be like a one coming at them and stuff like that. I don't know. So we just but that's kind of what we all did to each other.
That is so funny.
But Jason personally has not done that to me.
Well, the thing is, though, Shari, it's like most paranormal groups. I mean, I know even for ourselves. I mean, when you're out there and you're investigating as much as you do, there's got to be that time where it's like, you got to make a little laughter. You got to. Oh yeah. You have to. Mm-hmm. I mean, I myself remember. And there's a video of it actually on YouTube. I think it's gvpi.org though. YouTube, if you look on there, I'm walking down with one of my other investigators, walking down an old laneway where they milk cows in a barn, and walking down through there. And the cameraman that we had was actually this person's son, and it was one of his first times holding the camera going through while we're doing this. And I had a little clown nose in my pocket, those little squishy red noses. Yeah. And I put it on when he wasn't looking. Mm-hmm. I put it on when he wasn't looking, and I saw down on the left of me on the floor was a bucket, an old farmer's bucket, Yeah. So I kicked the bucket, and I said, with the nose, I said, "Oh, look at that, kick the bucket." And he goes, funny. And so I turn around and go, "What's so funny about it? Do you even know what it means?" And I got this big old nose on my face.
Oh, my God.
And it was hysterical.
Kick the bucket.
And what was really funny was he didn't know what kick the bucket meant.
What? How old was he?
I think he was like 20, 21.
Oh,
and
my
he
gosh,
didn't know what kick the bucket meant. And I had to harass him the whole time about what kick the bucket meant. He's like, yeah, it meant you kicked the bucket. I'm like, no, it meant kick the bucket means
you die.
You die.
Keel over.
He's like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like,
the life force is gone.
Yeah.
The life force be not with you.
Terrence Tagwell has a question,
Yes,
actually.
he
Terrence.
But, you know,
Go
oh,
ahead. No, go ahead. Shari, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't hear anything.
Oh, no, I thought you were
no.
going to say something.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
thought you were going to say something too.
Oh, I thought you said somebody had a question. So
They do.
Oh, they do.
No,
No, they...
but I wanted to say what?
No.
No, go ahead. This delay sucks, so I'm sorry.
You tell us what you were going to say, and then we'll ask the question.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So a lot of people, you know, when we were talking about, you know, sometimes we get like slap happy and stuff, you know.
Right.
Yes.
What people sometimes don't understand is that we are investigating from 12 to 14 hours a day and at a minimum of 2 days per property. And, of course, we could go up to a week or whatever it is, depending on how large, you know, the property is. So people don't understand it could be like 12 to 14 hours. So, you know, you have 20-something hours of filming, and they only see 43 minutes of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So sometimes, you know, they don't, obviously we can't fit everything in there. And then sometimes when we're goofing around, people get mad, you know, oh, they're laughing or they're doing this. You know, it's like sometimes, yeah, when it's 4 o'clock in the morning, yeah, we're laughing.
Well, yeah, because you're tired,
We're
first off, and you're tired and exhausted and silly. So, okay, we have a caller. Caller, what's your name?
Yeah.
It's Helen Barkley.
Hi, Helen.
Hello, hold on.
Hello, Helen. Go ahead and ask.
I'm sorry. I have a dog barking. Hold on 1 second here. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I had a...
All right, Helen, go ahead and ask your question to Shari.
No, that's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I guess my question is, what is the most memorable show that you did with the Ghost Hunters? Is there one that sticks out more than any of the other ones?
Good question.
Oh, boy. Let me see. Just trying to think. Boy, good question, because I don't know. I'm trying to think. You know what? I do for experience-wise, probably, I'm trying to think like the Armory, and I have like the worst memory, so I'm not really sure even what state we were in. I have really no clue, but I think there was an Armory that we did, just because we just had so much experiences there. But as for my favorite place that I was with them, it would have to be the Constitution, because that's where I live. You know, so just when I was younger, we chartered a boat out in the Boston Harbor, so I passed the Constitution, like, you know, every single day. And
that's cool.
So just to actually be able to go on there and investigate, it was incredible. It was awesome. But we had a lot of stuff going on in there too. But I think that I would probably say that would probably be my favorite one.
Great.
So, yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling, Helen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm playing with a ladybug. John gave me a ladybug earlier, and so Ted thought that's what went down my shirt. But now I couldn't find it, but now he's back. He was
it's back.
climbing up my...
So let's go back. Terrence had a question. He said, what, if any, electronic devices do you use?
Yeah, what kind of gadgets when you guys are going out and doing a hunt?
Let me see. Well, my favorite ones that we use a whole bunch of them, but my favorite really are the regulars, just, you know, the recorder.
Yeah.
EVP recorder.
You know, yes. And of course, God, I can't even think of what the heck these things are even called anymore. The cameras, the night vision cameras, or the thermal cameras.
Yeah, the infrared cameras.
Just, you know what, because I like physical stuff. You know,
right.
I want to hear them. I want to see them. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I that's the stuff that I want. You know, and for these other little gadgets, you know, you get the regular K2s and the REM pods. And I don't mind working them because, you know, you can get responses. It takes a while just to make sure that you actually have somebody and it's not, you know, just some weird energy. But it is pretty cool when they're actually on cue and they're doing exactly what you're asking them. And you know, so as long as you make sure that you know and just kind of work with it for a little while. You know, it might take a while just so you know you're actually talking with somebody.
Right, for the intelligent responses.
You know, answers yes, answer no. You know, yeah, and you could, you know, okay, well, blink on how many, you know, how old are you? Blink it that many times, and then they blink it. You know, I mean, like all these little questions like that to get them to kind of manipulate the machine in certain ways. I mean, I think that's pretty incredible when, you know, when they can do stuff like that too. But it's, you know, I like the old-fashioned stuff because I like to actually hear them. I'm not psychic or medium, so like I really want to hear the recorder or the video or something, you know, to actually hear and see these things. So,
All right. Well, we have another one, Mr. Ken LeBlond. He asked, Shari, what is the creepiest place you have ever investigated?
Creepiest. Well, like I said before, I honestly haven't gotten... Well, first of all, when I go into a place, I don't care how scary it looks. I always go in as a skeptic. My belief is I don't care how old or how young a place is, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's haunted. So, you know, when I go into a place, it's just, you know what, there's nothing here. And then I need to find stuff that'll really tell me if something's going on. And I've never, you know, I mean, I've done jails and cemeteries and in mental hospitals and stuff, you know, so I mean, I've done all of them, but I was never really scared because nothing bad has ever happened to me.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to answer that question. I mean, there was one time, and it's not even a place I was investigating. It was just, I was over a friend's house, and he went to go and have a cigarette, and so he went to go and put his hand on the sliding glass door to open it up. Something picked him up. Now, this guy's probably around 230. Weight. Wow. Picked him up and threw him across the floor.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy. I want to go there.
And it was probably about a 12-foot span. Yeah, it was like about a 12-foot span. So they picked him up, threw him with so much force, and slid to the edge. His head hit the staircase.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's scary. You know?
Yeah.
That is scary, yes.
That's probably, yeah. So, but besides me being in that house a long time ago with hold me down at the bed, that was the second scariest thing that was, I guess, that I've seen. Mm-hmm. But really, I wasn't afraid. It was really because, like, I didn't feel like I was being attacked.
Well, more of a scary situation.
That was him. That was all him. Yeah. What?
More of a scary situation, not just you being scared, more or less.
Right. So you know, of course because what the hell just did that? You know, like, how did that happen? What just, you know, and I mean, I saw the whole thing. I just saw him getting lifted up, and there's no way he can do that himself.
Right.
You know, and I just didn't get it. So, and again, and it wasn't towards me, so I didn't have that fear of anything happening towards me, but I was scared for him and like, oh my God, you know, and yeah, so that was really, but when I investigate, it's I don't know. I just haven't.
I mean, the anticipation, I think, in
gotten
some...
scared. Nothing has ever scared me.
Yeah. But I think, like, what... The anticipation sometimes of where you're going, it could look creepy or scary, but it doesn't necessarily mean that once you get in there, you're afraid. I mean, you do have to have that skepticism, like what you said in the beginning, and it's a job sometimes, and that's what you focus on. It's a job.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like any other job that you have. There are dangers, and no matter what job you have, I mean, there's so it's just another part of the job.
I have several questions now.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right.
That scared me.
Okay.
My little ladybug or Chinese beetle, whichever one it is, it's
Just scared the hell out of you.
I thought the book was moving. That was so weird. Oh, geez, never mind. Any cases that hit home with you, Shari? And that's from Kristen.
Oh God, any cases that hit home? No, I mean not on the show, but
just in general, even.
You know, when I do residential stuff, there's there's more of it's more personal, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
So you talk with a lot of people, with their families, with their kids, and you get really personal with these people. I mean, you want to know every little thing, and because you're trying to help them, so you need to ask anywhere from what type of medications and stuff are you on, and fighting issues. Is everybody else
psychological?
I mean, you just need to know the whole story. Besides just investigating, you need to get the whole story. There's actually one of my favorite residential ones. There was a mother and a son and a daughter. The son was actually having a lot of issues. So the mother ended up calling me. I went over. Long story short, it ended up being the great-grandfather who was trying to get a hold of the grandson, his great-grandson, because there was the son just started driving. He was 16 years old, just started driving. So he was out and about all the time. Well, he started drinking also.
Oh.
So, me, spiritual, I mean, you're thinking like guardian angel, his great-grandfather looking out for him and all that stuff. And so, with all the machines and we had the SP7 machine going on and so between the SP7 machine and the recorder, we had his voice coming up in both situations, and it kept saying his name and is drinking, like kept saying it over and over again.
Oh my gosh!
And so
that's
the mother
amazing.
went in the other room, and so we kept out, and we're like, what is going? We're like, it's not up to us to tell your mother anything, but we're trying to figure out what's going on and why he's trying to get trying to tell you something and all that stuff. So he's like, yeah, I have been drinking and I've been driving, but so we're like, okay, you need to stop. So, that whole situation, we cleared it all up. He talked to his mother. So that investigation, pretty much that was it. But there was also another part of it where that great-grandfather, he used to be an alcoholic.
Oh, geez.
So his children, which was the mother's
Did we lose you?
Are you there, Shari?
Shari? Hello? I hope our phone didn't die.
Oh, it could have. Share what you just. So while we wait for Shari maybe to call back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but we just found out, breaking news from CNN, that former First Lady Barbara Bush just died at 92 years old. I just want to throw that up there quick. Also, if you Paratalk Radio, I just posted a new thing. A friend of mine, Scott, put on there. Bigfoot sightings. There's a map there that shows all the sightings of Bigfoot.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Shari, we lost you.
Are you there, Shari?
But if you look at the map, look at that map. Those are all the sightings.
Wow.
So it's huge. So if you go to the Paratalk Radio Facebook page, I just posted that. Yeah, Shari disappeared on us. It says her phone call dropped. I don't know what happened, but
so this says Chanel said, "What shows does she watch? And has she watched Amy and Adam Berry?" So I have a little story about Amy.
are you there, Shari? Hello, Shari.
Are you there, Shari?
Shari. Hello? Hello? I don't know what happened to Shari.
Did you just get her to call?
I believe that was her.
Hmm.
Hello? I don't even know if she can hear me or not, but Shari? That is so weird.
That is weird. Very, very weird.
Yeah, she apparently, I don't know what happened.
So strange.
I can hear you, but she can't. So, okay, so let's see if I can. I'm going to try and call her back. Oh, there she is. Let's see if.
Let's hope she.
Are you there?
Can you hear us, Shari?
Shari? Are you there? She says she can hear us, but we can't hear her. What is going on?
Today is a strange day.
Yeah, apparently.
Fun show tonight, Ted. Message from Kevin Cook. Fun show tonight.
Thank you, Kevin.
Ted, message from Kevin Cook. Hope you're back to the Syracuse
All right.
Paracon this
Are
September.
you there, Shari? All right, I'm going to try.
Thanks, Ken. Have a great night, guys.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to try something different here. I don't know what happened, but we lost her. Shari, I'm going to call you back. So if you can hear me, hang up, and I will call you right back.
London calling. Sorry, guys. I can't help it. After last week, and
I don't know what happened. This is ridiculous. We lost everything. Like, I don't even hear. I don't even hear this.
What? Don't you hear him confused?
I don't hear the Skype. I don't hear anything there. It's like it completely just disappeared on us.
Can you normally hear something?
Yeah. And I don't know. Hello. Yeah. We lost Mixler.
Call John.
I don't know if maybe that's what happened.
So Mixler's not on anymore at all?
No.
Oh, wait,
I'm not getting your call. Yeah, Shari, I don't know what happened there. We have totally lost everything here. Why?
Oh, that's terrible.
It looks like it's on Skype's end, too. Yep.
Can John fix this?
No.
John! Where's John when you need him? John, paging John, the sound guy.
Okay, so I'm looking. We are on. Okay, Skype is showing us. All right, so that's. So we need to figure out where this is going. We're not showing on here, though. On Mixler. I'm wondering if something over there died.
What's that?
On his machine.
Right, that's why I'm saying text John to come in or tell him to come in. Do you want me to go get him?
I was just gonna, I'll just go yell at him. I'll be right back.
Okay, so listen, Chanel said Harry Anderson, Barbara Bush, R. Lee Emery, and Art Bell in less than 24 hours. So scary. I didn't know Harry Anderson died either. Geez, all these people died. I think my brother just said you are on Facebook. Yes, I am on Facebook on a show. So I don't. This is terrible. I'm Shari. I'm so sorry this happened. Oh. Hello. I'm so sorry this happened, Shari.
It says no speakers detected. So this might be on Skype's end.
That probably is true.
Is it okay over there? Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry.
Louise. Well, we can handle the last 5 minutes.
Are you there, Shari? Well, it looks like it might be on Skype's end for some reason, and I want to apologize for that. I don't know what happened. I'm looking here in the options real quick. I apologize. This has never happened. This is one of those flukes, I guess. I don't know.
Hi, Big Water.
I'm just going to go through this real quick and see if the speaker says sound. Auto settings. I see us there.
So weird. My brother said he just came on when we lost Skype.
So let's try that. Shari, are you there? Oh. Shari? Hello? All right, well, I just redid the... Hello? I don't know what happened. We completely lost it.
Technical difficulties in the room.
Oh, it was such a good show.
It was.
I'm so sorry.
Kristen said my psychic energy. We're not.
She's like, LOL. This is so funny. She can hear us, but we can't hear her, and she's able to message us, which is just...
So, Shari, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah.
We had such a great time. I wish that this didn't happen. It's annoying, to be honest. Technology can definitely be annoying. This is the weird part, is Mercury retrograde ended yesterday. Gosh darn it, Mercury retrograde. You can't take any more casualties or hostages. Get out of here.
She said you're welcome. So I'm just double checking this one more time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I wish I could say that I knew what was going on, but unfortunately I think it's on the end of Skype.
So, I guess we just have, because unfortunately this happened, we don't know what to do to remedy it, but we can just pick up.
I know, she's still on the line too, but we still haven't heard her.
So weird.
I'm trying this to see. I don't know if that's made a difference. Sherry?
Is it poltergeist activity?
Poltergeist
Kristen
activity,
said?
yep. Sherry, are you there?
No, I don't think it's
No,
poltergeist
she's still not there.
activity. Kristen?
Man, I'm so sorry, everybody. The technical difficulties got us here at the
Yeah.
show, and
Well, thank you so much, Sherry. You
Yeah.
were fun. We had a great time
We
with
had-
you. I feel
definitely.
terrible that we were disconnected.
yeah, me too. And this just it really just sucks. So
Yeah.
we're so sorry, and everybody, thank you for tuning in. We know that you can still hear us on
Facebook. Yep, we're
Facebook
still
and stuff,
here.
so that's awesome. We thank you for that. And I'm so sorry that the rest of this is just...
Oh, Sherry's on here. She goes, I'm here.
Oh, she's on the Facebook one?
Oh my God, Mary Ann, you freaking rock. She goes, damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a Skype technician. That was awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm seeing here... Hold on one second.
Oh.
Okay, so that is working on that end. So I would have to say that is working on Skype because we just heard the Skype call. And it says it's updating. It's going to take a few minutes. So, unfortunately, at this time, we are stuck with what we got. So, again...
Wait, you got us. You're not stuck with us. You chose to be here.
But the bad part about it is I don't even know if we're coming through on the radio show itself on Blog Talk.
Right,
But we
that's
know
the
that
bad
we...
part.
Right, but we
Yeah.
know that we are on Facebook, so...
Mm-hmm. And we will be able to check that later.
Yeah, yeah. So it does say we're on, but like this is the second thing that happened to us so far today on the show. I mean,
know, it's weird, right?
It quit out on us at first, but
Yeah.
then it wasn't really gone. It was there,
Right.
You know, it just popped back up.
So there was something else in between. What was the
And-
other thing? There was something else that happened
I don't,
as well.
I don't remember, but this is just like so weird. I'm just hoping that it's still recording the show enough to where.
I don't remember what it was, but it was when she was talking about
But
her experience that had happened. Remember, something
Yeah.
had happened, and then she was talking about her experience.
but it's like even Mixler is down.
Oh, you don't have Mixler then up.
Mixler went down. So
Well, so if you're tuning in on Mixler, then you aren't going to be
okay,
able to do it.
now
I see
now
it. Now
Mixler's
it's-
up. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, now it's moving. Yep.
Yep. So Mixler was down there for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to.
He's going to try Sherry again. Sherry. She's like, oh my God, is it me? No, it's not you. I just thought it was weird because I remember when we first were starting, we had a little snafu.
Glitch, yeah.
And then when you were talking about your something happened. I can't remember what it was when when she was talking about her experience
Yeah.
with the man. Something else happened, but I don't remember what it was that happened.
Yeah, I don't.
Sherry said she's still there. Yeah, it's still not letting you get her.
Okay, perfect. Let's try.
We're going to try you, Sherry.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
We're going to
try.
do this, dang it.
We gotta end the show right. I mean, we can't.
Right.
You know, so.
Yes. So I have to say something though. It kind of makes me giggle a little because stuff like this happens to my girlfriend and I, especially when we are talking about paranormal things that have happened to us recently.
Right.
And so I think it's interesting how much stuff has gotten in the way tonight. So it's not you, Sherry, but I do believe that there's some paranormal activity going on because it always happens with me and my girlfriend when spirit's just trying to get in the way a little bit or something.
Well, it actually says we're connected, but I don't see that.
Someone drinking? Anybody got the Jack Fire?
Yeah.
Not that I can drink it, but I'd like it. She said she hears us.
She's still on there?
You can hear us? Well, didn't you just call her?
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking that... Shari, do me a favor, please, dear. Try calling us one more time through Blog Talk, and let's see what happens, if you don't mind.
She said it came up as unknown, and I heard you.
Oh.
Interesting. She said, not anymore. I hung up. Well, can you try? Can you try? She said, okay, yeah. She's gonna try calling us.
All right. And then we'll see if we can answer this time, because I think I fixed it, but I don't know for sure. I don't know why this is technology.
It is. This is real life.
Yeah, remember those commercials for Memorex tapes? Remember the old cassette tapes?
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's Memorex, or it's not Memorex, or whatever. It's just ridiculous.
A tape commercial. It's so weird.
Yeah, and that's
so
old stuff there.
So you want to hear something hysterical?
Wait. Shari? Hello, Shari?
I know. I want to cry too.
Big girls.
They don't cry. They don't cry.
Oh my goodness!
I'm sorry, I keep hitting you. You're going to be black and blue from me.
Know.
I'm sorry.
I don't.
Kristen says I have a poltergeist in my house.
Shari, I'm trying different things. I don't know what happened. So sorry.
Sorry, Shari. We're definitely going to have to fix
baby,
this. Shari. Shari, baby.
Well, folks, I just have to say that it was fun having Shari on the show with us, and unfortunately,
we had a great time.
It didn't work. I'm sorry, Shari, and we're going to have to figure out what happened.
Because
to make sure we have next week's show.
To happen next week.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, and everybody, thank you so much for joining us here on Paratalk Radio, and if you can still hear us on Blog Talk, thank you for joining us.
I hope you can.
I hope you can too. So,
and now I heard you guys sing, and then it hung up. That's what she said.
Well, we're going to have you back, Shari.
Yeah.
Definitely going to have you back. Yeah. We'll do it again soon, hopefully.
Yes.
And but
we're serenading you, Shari.
Yeah. Yes, we were singing to you.
You're welcome. She said, "Thank you so much."
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank
we
you guys
appreciate
so much.
it. Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, that's it for tonight's show, unfortunately. So, but thank you for joining us here. Don't forget, Marquise is going to be here next Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And everybody else, thanks. We appreciate you calling in.
Thank you,
it was great to have call-ins
coming.
for a change.
Yes.
Please don't be afraid of calling in.
Please call in.
Yeah. So, all right, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Good night, you guys.
Don't forget, wherever there is darkness, there's always delight. You've been listening to Paranormal Talk right here on ParatalkRadio.com. Catch us again next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Central, where we will bring you another fantastic guest. Thank you again to our sponsors and J. Wolf Productions. Be safe, be good. Until next time, remember, wherever there is darkness, there is always delight. ParatalkRadio.com.